This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
Freaking.com.
I'm going to ask you to put it down for me.
I'm going to respectfully decline. I am audio taping at this time.
Well, you've all seen this video now. That's me getting arrested on March 3rd at Keene District Court. This New Hampshire judicial facility had attempted to ban cameras. I informed them I would try to bring a camera into court anyway, with the approval of the defendant. What you haven't seen yet is what happened to me after they arrested me. No, I don't have pictures of that, but I would like to recount for you my experiences while detained for 90 minutes. Let's start from the beginning.
I'm audio taping. I'll approach in a minute and a half to be arrested.
Here initially you see I am broadcasting live from my camera phone. Now you see the picture go dark. And the reason for this is because, and you can't see this in any of the video, but one of the Keene police personnel hits the camera in a way. I mean, I guess hit is not quite the right word, but he grabs it so hard and fast that it basically shuts the camera's broadcasting down. I really don't know exactly what happened. I've never seen anything quite like this happen to the phone before. It's normal for it to have picture problems like this, but what's weird is that the sound went out immediately. So that was rougher than I expected, but it didn't actually hurt. Now you see, of course, them sort of, they seem to be a little rough with me as they're taking me into detention, but this really was as bad as it got. They got nicer and nicer the further away they got from the liberty activists. Now, the room you see them hauling me into there, basically what they do is they cuff me right there on the spot, hands behind my back, and start removing some of my items like my backpack. And they remove the pins that are on my sweater. I had some pins that say, "I'm audio recording." Next, they take me sort of through the bowels of the building. And on the way, we walked past a gentleman that I had just said hi to in the hallway at Keene City Hall as I was going up to district court. He looked absolutely shocked to see me in handcuffs. I don't know if he knows me. I mean, I recognize him vaguely. He probably recognizes me vaguely. I just couldn't believe I was in handcuffs, and I kind of looked back at him like it was the most natural thing in the world and just sort of nodded at him and smiled. I mean, I wasn't without fear, but I felt at peace. If my recollection serves me, there are two Keene operatives in charge of me at this point. One is named, I think, Detective McLaughlin, and the other one is Detective Bill Sargent. I ask him, "So should I call you Detective Sargent?" And he goes, "Oh no, just Bill." They are very careful with me as they take me down the stairs to the first floor. They deliver me to a parking garage outside. It's this one here that you see. We didn't really ever know before where they took prisoners, but this is where they take them initially, apparently. They hold me in the garage for perhaps 10 or 15 minutes. Again, they're very courteous. They're concerned about how warm I am and so forth. Then a vehicle arrives from Cheshire County, and they put me in the vehicle, and I sit there for probably about a half an hour. They inform me that they're waiting for possibly more prisoners. I think authorities probably asked me at least 3 times whether I was warm enough. Every time I ask for someone's name, they give it to me. Eventually, a car, I guess a car has arrived from the sheriff's department, and of course I've been in there. And what they do, they're ready to transport me. What happens? Well, they transport me, and the distance of the transport is roughly 2 blocks. They take me practically across the street to the holding facility at the Superior Court. They take me in there, and this is where I first remember starting to get some questions. And these are questions, by and large, I'm relatively comfortable answering. They're basically asking me, if this is my backpack, is it okay if we set the backpack here? Would you like to look in it? That kind of stuff. And I basically answer some of these questions. While all these things are happening, Keene liberty activists are apparently misdirected to Keene Police Department, which I never end up anywhere close to. They're basically trying to follow, wherever the authorities take me, that's where they want to be, and the authorities seem to have sent them to the wrong place. authorities at this facility, I guess they're Cheshire County people, and they begin processing me. Sort of. They take off some of my shackles and assign me to a holding room, lock me in there, and I'm really only there for probably 10 or 15 minutes. First of all, I set about trying to scrawl nhfree.com on the nearest piece of metal, but I don't get very far. I'm trying to use my thumbnail for it, and the thumbnail just doesn't leave much of an impression. The nearest piece of metal is a door in the door that's locking me in. So anyway, that doesn't work. So I figure, well, I guess I will lie down and take a nap. Now, fortunately, one of the things that you should do if you're going to get arrested, if you're planning to get arrested, is wear 2 or 3 layers of clothing, and that's what I've done. I have a Ron Paul shirt on the inside and a nice sweater on the outside. And eventually what they do is they force me to pick between the two, and I just pick the warmer one because I don't know how cold I might be.
Are you a liberty activist willing to be on the front line against socialism? FreeKeene.com would like you to consider moving here to Keene. While Keene may have the largest number of liberty-oriented media outlets in the entire state of New Hampshire, there's still a need for more activists. Can you help them? Visit FreeKeene.com to see what's happening. FreeKeene.com hooks you up with all the liberty media in town. Join the Keene Liberty activists and help free the beautiful city of Keene, New Hampshire from the clutches of the government. FreeKeene.com